6:24 now. Welcome back. Rural hospitals are in a difficult spot right now. COVID is reportedly hitting them harder than any metropolitan hospitals, and staffing, as you can imagine, is far lower. As Scripps reporter Dan Grossman shows us, dire situations start to arise once some of those limited staff members start getting infected with COVID themselves.
When the time comes to look back on what we've been able to accomplish.
Oh, as you can tell, I've led a very eclectic life.
Most would only hope to have a resume as diverse as that of Kurt Papenfuss.
The boys got to meet, the Pope. One of my claims to fame is giving a Rambo a shot in the butt.
There was also Everest, spending time with Neil Armstrong, and most recently, going toe-to-toe with COVID-19, a battle that left Kurt alone in an ICU for 9 days.
There's a darkness in this illness that I can't say I've ever said about any other illness.
Being the only ER doc at a rural hospital in Colorado, it was a fight Kurt was all too familiar with, and one that affected far more than just himself.
Worst case scenario, you would have to divert patients if you don't have people in the door to care.
Stella Worley is the CEO of Keith Memorial, the 25-bed hospital where Kurt works along the Colorado-Kansas border. Kurt's illness sent her unit into a tailspin as they frantically looked for his replacement.
We are a trauma level 4 hospital, so keeping that physician on staff 24/7 is what we are required to do. And it is getting to be more of a challenge to have hired physicians out here in rural.
According to the National Center for Biotechnology Information, about 20% of our nation's population lives in rural areas, yet less than 10% of our nation's physicians practice there. It is a shortage that has plagued rural health care since even before COVID. For Stella, it meant a search for an ER doc that ended with a fill-in who had to drive 10 hours from Texas last minute to cover for 2 weeks while Kurt recovered.
And I'm very worried about rural health care, because a lot of rural health care is teetering on the brink right now.
According to CDC data, COVID is killing rural Americans at a rate 3.5 times higher than those living in metropolitan areas, bringing this issue to a head.
If everybody wants to do a miracle, just sit down right now with me and take a big breath in and a big breath out.
An issue that has led Kurt to see more of life's beauty outside of his eclectic experiences.
If you're recovering from COVID like I am and almost died, you just appreciate a light bulb on a Christmas tree.
I'm Dan Grossman reporting.